Hold potentially inappropriate messages for review. Sure, we can turn that on to go live.
How long are we doing this for?
5 minutes, an hour. All right, I don't know why I turned up my volume. It says we only have one person on there, but 12 likes.
That's good. Hello.
Oh, hello, everyone. Oh, look, we can see the comments on the computer this time.
Oh, gosh.
It is going very fast. We had that last time. Okay. Hi, all. All right, we're just going to take a few minutes to let people join us. Wow, 330 people. That's a lot. And then we will get started with our stream. Hello.
Mm.
It's going fast.
It is. Hello from India. I saw that one.
Hi. All right, where are y'all from? We got Germany, North Carolina. I have family in North Carolina.
Hello from Poland.
Cool. Any fellow Floridians?
Can you slow down the chat? No.
Can I slow down the chat? I can scroll up.
Jump.
Canada. Oh, someone from Florida, Illinois, Nebraska, Australia,
New Zealand.
Las Vegas. I used
There's
to
a
live
Kiwi
there.
in the crowd.
I used to live in Las Vegas and California, Tejas, Texas,
Minnesota.
Seattle, Dubai.
Already
cool.
Up to 500.
Okay, well, we've got over 500 people in the live stream now, so I think we're good to start. Well, we really just want to say thank you so very much for 100,000 subscribers. That is amazing. We are very, very blessed. And honestly, we owe all of our success to y'all, the support from y'all and the encouragement you give us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we're doing this cool live stream.
Oh, crap. Harlow has my sock. Harlow. Come here, Pooch.
Harlow stole Judd's sock.
She did.
Harlow, come here and say hi to the people. Come. She's bringing the sock. Can we have that, please? Thank you. Okay. And we're doing this live stream, like I said, just to say thank you. We are not live stream savvy, so we are just going to answer questions y'all ask us and we can share some stories. I know a lot of y'all were asking about like our relationship Q&A. I know you wanted an updated form of that, so we can answer some of those questions here.
Yep. It's going to happen.
Everyone's saying hi, Hippo. Judd's annoying her. And if you see us on our phones, we're looking at the comments. It's easier to see them on our phone than on the computer because it goes so fast on the computer, but it's a little easier on our phone. Can you pull it up on my phone?
Where did you get your wheelchair? First question.
Okay, where did I get my wheelchair? So mine is from a DME, a durable medical equipment company that specializes in wheelchairs. The one I chose to use is New Motion. And some people love New Motion, some people don't like them. I think it varies on location, like which branch you use. And mine went very well. And I'm actually working on a wheelchair video. Okay, someone asked, can I be a mod? I guess that means moderator. I'm actually all good on moderators for now, and it worked out very well to have moderators. Thank you, though. Hi from Alabama. Hello.
There we go.
Oh, is it making noise though? Okay. Okay, now I've got it on my phone. Thank you, babe.
What's your favorite ride at Disney?
Mine is Haunted Mansion. What's yours?
Mine is Pirates of the Caribbean.
I like Pirates, but I also hate it because the floor gets a little bit wet on the ride and everyone's shoes are dirty. So the floor gets really black and dirty. And then the dog lays on the floor. So Harlow's legs and paws get black with dirt on Pirates. So I'm not a fan of that ride because of that. But other than that, it's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. More hello from Texas. How do you feel? I just woke up from a nap. I slept for 2 hours because I lost a few hours of sleep last night. And I'm trying to rest up a lot today. So I have energy tomorrow to go to church for Easter. So far I'm sticking to that plan. How do you feel, babe?
I'm sleepy. I'm ready for a nap.
So he's probably going to take a nap too.
Need a siesta.
Are we gonna have a bigger wedding ceremony?
Well, we planned on it, but it never happened.
I don't know. Yeah, we planned on it, but then life just kept going, and I don't know. I was very content with the one we had.
Mm-hmm.
So
for sure, family was not. Though.
My mom wants me to have a bigger one.
So did my mom.
Really?
Yeah, she's always wanted us to have a bigger wedding.
Your sister wants a big one when she gets married,
she wants a huge
they
one.
Can do that. But I think probably not. I think what we're going to do instead is have a honeymoon trip. We are planning a trip in December, which we might call our honeymoon. We also want to do DC, so I'd rather spend money on that.
Here's a good question for you. Love you guys. Have you ever been on a cruise adventure or recently used the osteomosis for medical inclusions? Would love a cruise log.
Oh
so
my
funny story.
God.
I love cruises.
I hate them.
But every time we've been on a cruise, Jack has been absolutely horribly sick. So the last cruise we went on was before I went overseas, and I believe, and that was Jack's first bout with cyclic vomiting syndrome, which later we found out was actually gastroparesis in the form of it. 4-day cruise, and Jack ended up actually, like, after the first day, she ended up like getting really sick and just having like nonstop vomiting spells.
And I had to go to med bay, and I didn't have a port then. This was years ago.
So the IV access,
I had
which she hated then more than she hated now.
On the boat, and I was like back and forth to med bay. I used up like a lot of their antiemetics, and I was still sick. And then I got delirious from the dehydration.
Yeah.
I locked myself in the bathroom and was screaming like, "They're gonna take me!"
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, and like we didn't really know too much about gastroparesis
or CVS.
Yeah, but it was more like Jack's first bout with gastroparesis and cyclic vomiting syndrome, because it was just like nonstop throwing up every time she ate something. She's just getting nauseous, which now we know is gastroparesis, not cyclic vomiting syndrome.
Because a big part of me feels like my CVS is actually gastroparesis, but I still have that diagnosis. Although I don't know, you can get misdiagnosed. And then we went on a cruise before that.
Yeah, and you also just ended up just being.
I had POTS, and I was just fainting
it was in Cozumel, and it was ridiculously hot there. So she ended up, we were on the beach, and we were relaxing on the beach, and Jack just kind of stands up out of nowhere, and she starts having her seizure. She wasn't seizure-free at the time. She was on her, just trying to find a therapeutic dose of her seizure medication. So she ended up having a seizure there, and that also, we didn't know she had POTS at the time, so that obviously the heat aggravated that. And
I was fainting ridiculous amounts. And then on the boat, every time I'd faint, they would bring the medical people.
And they have a seizure. So it was like one of the
call it on the radio and be like alpha, alpha, alpha multiple times a day. And literally everybody on the boat,
everybody was mocking it, but they didn't know. So
everybody, whenever it would come on, they'd be like, everyone would say it with the radio, alpha, alpha, alpha. And then the age of consent over on the water, international waters, is 21. So I couldn't like make myself leave. So my dad would have to come sign me out of med bay, and my dad's deaf, so that he would never hear them calling him on the radio. And it was just a nightmare. I don't want to do cruises anymore. The second one, they almost thought about med backing me off because I was so sick. It was just a nightmare.
Hey, Judd, what are you doing on the 4th? I would assume May the 4th, because May the 4th be with you.
No,
but that's a month away.
July 4th, he's working. Okay, somebody asked, they drew me a picture. Where can they send it? We don't have a P.O. box just for health and practicality reasons, but you can tag me on Instagram and I'll probably see it.
Judd, who's your favorite NASCAR driver? Mine's Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy
Johnson was my number one, and it's still right there. But I've recently come to like Bubba Wallace. He's usually finishing in the top 20. So I mean, he's getting better. He finished second at Daytona by a stroke of luck because there was a huge accident right after they came out turn 4 on the last lap.
All of that is gibberish to me. I was told Monday by my rheumatologist, that I am too old to have EDS, starting to lose faith in doctors. I am so sorry. I hate when they like are prejudiced based on age or gender. Like I said in my recent vlog, not all doctors are created equally, and you're not going to be a good match with every doctor. So if you need to look elsewhere for help, nothing wrong with that. Just be your own biggest advocate. Kids in the future, yes. Okay, we can update this because, like I said, our relationship Q&A video is a little outdated. I would like, I was going to say children, maybe a child, but I need to see where my health is. Like, if my health is how it is right now, I just don't think I'm going to be the mother I want to be. And like in and out of the hospital. And like, I just don't see it being very, I don't know what the right word is, family oriented. But everyone's different. There are people who are more sick than me who have children and they're wonderful parents. But for us personally, we would like my health to be more stable. And then we would pursue adoption.
So, question I just saw flashing by, was able to actually read the whole thing because it was short. It was like how fast it's going, crazy. Was actually, where was Jack when she got her first diagnosis? So the first diagnosis was kind of out of the blue. So Jack had a really bad problem with sleepwalking to the point where she would leave the house. And actually, one time I was having a Super Bowl party. We were in high school, and just having some of my friends over, one friend over. And we were watching the Super Bowl. We went out to the store to get some burgers and come back, and Jack was gone. But there was a cup sitting in the middle of the porch.
I'd always take, they call me the cup fairy. Yeah, I would take cups.
That was her thing. She would just take cups when she was sleepwalking. So what happened was she ended up down the street at a Walgreens about a mile away. She called me. Barefoot. She was barefoot holding a glass in her hand.
And this was in high school. So this was many years ago.
So they went to a sleep study to see if, what was going on with the narcolepsy, and she also explained how she had excessive daytime sleepiness.
Because I would like go hang out at his house
and just sleep the entire time, and like
I was
talk
falling
about
asleep in class
just all the time. So that's when they did sleep study, and they found out she actually had narcolepsy. So that was diagnosis number one.
And then I don't really sleepwalk anymore now that my narcolepsy is more under control. Yeah. Sleepwalking isn't really a typical symptom of narcolepsy, but it was so weird.
It was just kind of random. Then it was epilepsy. So when she started hitting puberty, it was kind of like when all these symptoms started exacerbating and going kind of crazy. So it was just epilepsy and narcolepsy were the first and second one.
All right. Story time on how we met.
Met in high school.
In church.
In church group.
So I'd been going to that church for over a year, and I decided to go to youth group for the first time. But he hadn't been to youth group in months, and he just decided to go. And we both happened to go that one day, and we met each other. And from that moment on, we were pretty inseparable. I mean, we were just gravitated towards each other. And
it's probably because I was bigger and you were tiny.
Shut up.
Get it? That was a gravity science joke.
And we found out we went to the same high school, and we started dating like officially 2 months later.
Yep.
3 months, something like that. How did Harlow get the nickname Hippo?
Just she has a big mouth. She likes to eat a lot.
No, she had the nickname Harpo when Judd was overseas, and he didn't like it. So when he came home,
he deployed with somebody named Harper. Yeah, a really good friend.
And he didn't like it, Harpo, even though I still call her that sometimes. So then he changed it to Hippo, and it fit. Your motivation to keep going. I have a video on this called Staying Positive with Chronic Illness, but maybe Judd can answer because he doesn't have a video on this.
My motivation to keep going?
Yeah, our life is tricky sometimes.
It's pretty easy. I just love my wife. Oh. It's pretty easy explanation. That's how I keep on going. Okay.
Are Janice and Orion still there? Yes. Janice is upstairs getting ready for bed, but it's kind of early. She's doing stuff.
How old were you when you came to the U.S.? So you went back and forth a while.
I went back and forth a lot. I think I was like 2, but then I left again. I was over in the Caribbean when I was like 9, 4th grade. I was back and forth, but like for middle school and high school, I was here, even though I would go and spend summers with my dad. Yeah, my parents were divorced, though. They loved me.
Both of our parents were divorced.
Yeah.
At our wedding, we made a joke. We were just like, if my parents are watching or someone that we love is watching, it's not directed towards anybody, but it's funny. It is kind of funny because at our wedding, we had my mom, my dad, her mom, her dad, and each of them have been divorced twice.
So Judd was like, between everyone, we've got 8 divorces
I was like, the chances of us making it are like slim to none at this point.
Because, like children of divorce are likely to be divorced. It was funny.
An adult child of divorce.
Oh yeah, that movie, Adult Child of Divorce, was hilarious.
I have a good question myself. I lost it, but it had something to do with what's a good advice for struggling as a caregiver, not necessarily as a spouse. And I think one thing I struggle with is watching something my wife go through that I can not physically help with. So, I mean, going up the stairs, helping her go up the stairs is one thing, helping her do chores around the house is one thing. But watching her just sit there and be sick and just be exhausted and just be tired all the time, it's not something I can help with. I can't physically do things for her. I can't physically
take away the pain.
Yeah, so I mean that's something that's kind of hard, but I mean it is what it is, and you find other ways to help.
Like last night, I was getting sick, and I actually asked Jed the other day, like, how do you feel when I'm just getting sick at night? And he said he feels pretty crappy because he can't help, but it was a big help just to have you sit there with me and to push my meds for me and then help me get into bed. So we kind of just tackle things as a team. Sure, he works sometimes, but when he's here, he doesn't make me go through it by myself. So that's how we help each other. Someone asked where our first kiss was. I like this story.
Yeah, so my grandparents actually own a really old house in St. Augustine area, and Jack invited herself to it because my family was having a family weekend. And,
yeah, Judd is like, I said, what do you do? Was it Memorial?
It was Memorial Day.
I was like, what are you doing for Memorial Day weekend? And Judd said, oh, I'm going to my family's beach house. I'm like, oh, I'll ask my dad if I can come. And he was just like, okay, then.
Sure, whatever. So she actually got eaten up alive by some ticks.
No,
fleas at the time.
If it was ticks, I would have ran away.
It was fleas. She got eaten alive by fleas. The house had a horrible raccoon problem up in the attic, which causes a ton of fleas to be downstairs. And
it's in an antique beach house.
Yeah, the house is over 100 something years old, over 130 years old.
Anyways, it was like midnight, and we were walking down the hallway, and I had pajama pants on that said "Shut up and kiss me." And Judd just grabbed my hand, spun me around, and we had our first kiss.
Mm-hmm.
It was sweet. Do you have any tips about visiting family with a service dog and holidays with food? Just make sure your family understands your limitations with food if you have any. Bring your own food if you need to, and make sure they understand your dog is going to be working or not working. That's it.
Yeah. I did see a question up earlier about your favorite college in Florida.
FSU.
So she went to UCF and USF.
I go to USF right now.
But both of us are partial to Florida State, so we have a lot of family connections up there. So we're more partial to that.
UCF did well with football.
They did do well with football this year. They've been doing well with football.
But we're Seminole fans. I like the horse with the flaming spear.
Yeah.
I've been to football games.
Chief Osceola, that's his name.
Chief Osceola. I've been to football games at FSU, and with headphones and hippos. Well, actually, we didn't have hippo back then, but service dogs and Judd and wheelchairs, we can handle it pretty well.
Yep.
I can't stay the whole time.
What's that favorite game go? Obviously, they're not a fan of the vlog.
Trouble?
They don't know your favorite game.
Trouble. It's the best. They need to make a Bob's Burgers version, just like they made a Bob's Burgers version of Monopoly.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Sorry, we're trying to pick a question.
What? I'm going too fast.
Hold on.
Jackie, do you speak Spanish?
I do not speak Spanish. I just never learned. I understand it, but I don't speak it. Hypermobility means your joints move too much or too little. Too much. For example, Judd did the thumb thing.
So
he is not hypermobile
at all.
I am hypermobile.
Thumb can only go that far, but
mine goes too
the way a Mayo Clinic doctor explained it to us was that you can be hypermobile and also have muscle spasms at the same time. Yeah. So, I mean, for instance, I can touch my toes, but sometimes Jack cannot because her back muscles and leg muscles may tense up, and she does get a lot of leg cramps at night. So, I mean, if you, it's kind of like putting a rubber band in the freezer. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that when it comes to sports medicine. You know, the rubber band becomes less likely to move when it's, you know, frozen up like that. And so it's pretty much, so she is hypermobile, but she does have muscle spasms at the same time, which cause her not to be as mobile and be more stiff.
So some ways they checked like when I went to Mayo Clinic, they checked my hip joints instead of making me touch the floor by like moving my legs to see, and it was hypermobile. My hips are one of my problem areas. So do we do meet and greets? No, just because that would overwhelm me. And with my immune system, I'm not supposed to be like touching a lot of people and stuff like that. And I think it would just be overwhelming for me. So we do not. Oh, when are the updated merchandise? Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all since this is exclusive or not, whatever. Anyone can watch this later, but I have an online store. It is awesome and ready to go. I had an awesome friend help me with the designs for all of the merchandise. We have hippo socks. It's amazing.
Yeah, they are pretty cute.
They're cute.
They're golden retrievers and hippos.
But I need to meet with an accountant to make sure I do all of like the tax information correctly because I don't want to make the IRS angry. You know what I mean? I've never opened a store before, and I've talked to Mary about it, and she's like, it's different for Florida and Massachusetts. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So I'm meeting with an accountant just to make sure I do everything correctly. And I'm meeting with them towards the end of April after tax season. And so hopefully I can open the store by the middle of this year. Okay.
Your knees hypermobile.
Are my knees hypermobile? The rheumatologist I saw the other day said they are. I don't really have as many issues with my knees as I do in my hips and my neck. So
just more or less stability around them.
Yeah. Do I watch Mary and Peter Fry? I don't like watch them every day, but we're friends. You know? Our favorite thing to do together? Disney. Oh, Jen said sleep. We like taking naps.
We're like a napping couple.
Okay, we're the kind of couple who could be perfectly content doing nothing and just staying home or going like to the aquarium, to the zoo, to Disney. So that sort of thing is fun. How did I meet Janice in high school?
They hated each other when they first met.
I didn't hate anyone. Janice hated me though. And then our friendship just grew. Oh, celebrity crush. That's a good one.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, I knew that was his. I really like Adam Scott. The guy from Parks and Rec.
From Parks and Rec.
Yeah. When was I diagnosed with POTS? I was 20 after a tilt table test, and I had symptoms starting at 15. So, can you have EDS without stretchy skin? Yes, you can. Not everybody has every symptom of EDS. When I saw my rheumatologist on Thursday, she was like playing with my skin, and she said it's kind of stretchy. I don't know because this has just been how my skin is my whole life. She said it's slightly stretchy. Like, okay, it doesn't really make a difference to me because this is just how my skin has been my whole life. So, favorite Disney character, Aurora. I also really like Moana, but Aurora, I connect with her on a deeper level because we both have sleeping problems.
Like Ralph.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
But you also like Bruce, the shark.
Yeah, Bruce the shark. Finding Nemo.
Yeah. I never knew my father. Are you guys able to travel to Disneyland, California? Personally, I would like to go. I just don't think that trip would be worth it. Jen doesn't like California. I want to go because they have different things than here at Disney World, but I can only manage the park for like an hour or two at a time. So we'd have to pay for a $100 ticket just to go for an hour. It's not worth it. Like our annual passes for Disney World don't transfer to Disneyland. Plus the flight. No. Right now it's a no.
You guys ever been to Texas?
Yes. Yeah, my friend Meredith is there.
I've been to El Paso.
Yeah, for his deployment.
Horrible.
That's not where he deployed, but that's where he had to train for it. What's your worst fear? Horses, manatees, open water.
Oranges.
And then there's like the normal stuff like losing my loved ones. I've got major fears about losing my dad because we've had scares with his health. So that's normal though. Do I watch Aubrey's video? Yeah, Aubrey and I are good friends. I love Aubrey. She's sweet. Why am I scared of horses? Because one bit me on the shoulder when I was 9 years old. I was just walking away from it and it came up and bit me right here. And I was like,
just probably messing with
horses bite.
Like poking with a stick or something.
Are you kidding me, babe? They're huge. I won't mess with something bigger than me. Okay, they're terrifying.
Mess with me all the time.
And what if they kick you in the chest? They could stop your heart. Jen and I had this conversation. Oh my gosh. Do I have eye problems? No. Well, I wear contacts. But as far as eyes go, that's about it.
What about cats?
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan of cats. Remember when that cat ran into the house and I was here by myself?
But you named it after like 5 minutes of it
Bonnie.
just being here.
No, I'm pretty sure Bonnie was a plump male. I'm not sure.
We're going so fast.
I'm reading questions I've already answered though. So.
Are you wearing a Deadpool shirt? No, it's actually just a Hurley shirt.
Heated seats in the new ride. Yes, our new car does have heated seats and it helps with my pain. And I bought a converter for the car and an extra heating pad to use as well. Yeah, remember? I have an Amazon problem. So all of my purchase, like all the month of March, I was like, I'm done. I cannot buy anything from Amazon. And now I run my purchases past Judd to make sure they're worth it. Because I have a problem. And I've run that by you. Remember the converter, the heating pad? You said I should get it. Do we have health insurance?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Because you get taxed if you don't. Get a penalty. What do you do to pamper yourself? Amazon.
Amazon. Yeah. How do I manage my pain? Well, for full details on this, check out my pain management playlist. But I use a heating pad. I rest when I'm able to. I do ketamine infusions and Toradol injections into my joints, and I'm pursuing medical marijuana, which should hopefully help. Does Harlow naturally not bark at other dogs, or was that something you worked on with her?
She's a naturally quiet dog.
She's so quiet. Y'all see weird. How hard it is for me to get her to speak on command, but
she does get excited when she has a lot of energy. She's running around outside. She'll randomly just bark just to help get the energy out.
For the other dogs, though, what I did is from a young age, I would work really hard on her watch me command. And when a dog would come around, I'd be like, her watch me. And I would reward her, like make her happier for looking at me and focusing on me than engaging with the other dogs. So focusing on me was more rewarding than the other dog. Not to say she doesn't get to play with other dogs. She totally does. But she knows that if I need her focus, it's more rewarding to focus on me than engage with the dog. Any tips for someone just diagnosed with narcolepsy, specifically helping, or especially, I always get those two words mixed up, helping family understand? I always find it helpful to bring your family to the doctor appointments because then they're getting info straight from the doctor. Also, just having them look at helpful articles to really explain what narcolepsy is. And some of the most important things for me is keeping a strict sleep schedule, finding the medications that work for you, and exercise, believe it or not, helps with narcolepsy, even though it can be hard to do when you're sleepy. And find a good doctor, because narcolepsy is misunderstood, for sure. Specifically, I want to make a vlog one day about words I hate to spell. Shit. No, that's the word I hate to say. When I was little, I almost had to go to speech therapy for the SH sound. Like, shit. Now I can't. If I don't think about it still, I'll mess it up. Like shit, I would say sit. Or shouldn't, I'd say shouldn't. I almost had to go to speech therapy, but I'm fine now. But no, words I hate to spell, like definitely hate spelling that word.
What is your pet peeve?
Words I hate spelling.
And everything I leave out.
Everything, yes. Judd leaving all his crap out. He doesn't. Everything has a place in our house, and Judd still leaves like stuff. Like, what is this? What is all this?
My watch, wedding ring, and or
he doesn't. Yeah.
That's Paul's bottle of water and Paul's Tylenol.
Like, there's stuff of his all over the house.
You have stuff of yours all over the house.
Put away.
Look at this. We're sitting on stuff of yours.
The pillows?
The couch.
Oh my gosh.
What's so special with Star Wars? Favorite character? Like, if you don't understand what's so special with Star Wars, then you are obviously not a Star Wars fan. Just kidding. Star Wars is pretty awesome. I've always been a fan of sci-fi movies. So much to the point where the Sci-Fi Channel, I have a shitty sci-fi movie Sunday, which is just subpar sci-fi movies that I think are just kind of off. Like Pacific Rim, that movie, not the new one, the one before it. That movie is just awful dialogue with great CGI. So it gets thrown into that horrible sci-fi movie Sunday that I just like to watch. But Star Wars is not horrible at all. I think my favorite movie is Rogue One because it's like Saving Private Ryan. Star Wars had a baby.
Everyone dies in that movie.
It's perfect.
It's so depressing. All right, my son has asthma and allergies. Oh, where do we get my mask from? My mask is I have a lot of different ones. I like the best Vogue mask and the Cambridge mask. You can get them on Amazon or the websites themselves. But now I don't have to wear my mask as often because my IVIG has brought my immunoglobulin G up, which is awesome.
Jed, are you going to get a new Power Stroke? I wish I could afford one. 900 foot-pounds of torque on that thing. Can you believe that? You can tell a hurricane.
What is my opinion on fibromyalgia? I don't have it.
They tested for it.
Yeah, they tested. I don't have it. I don't know what you mean as far as like, do I believe in it? I mean, it's a condition that can be really disabling, but I don't have it personally.
What's your favorite non-Star Wars sci-fi movie? That's a tough one. There's a lot of good ones. I'm going to think about that one. Remind me later if I don't get back to you all about that. I'm
going to forget about that. When do I get IVIG? Every 2 weeks. Sometimes it varies a little bit on the time frame if we're like traveling or something like that, but it's every 2 weeks. And I get it. I should be getting it Tuesday. Is the next time.
Yes, I'm looking
forward to the Han Solo movie.
Yes, I am. So I feel like the new series of movies are showing what goes behind the Star Wars universe. Like, you know, like they're not just focusing on the main plots. And also like with Battlefront 2, like that game kind of like ties into Star Wars. I think it's pretty cool. Like they're approaching it from all angles now.
Ooh, so. I like this one. Okay, I've been wanting to make a vlog about this, but I also feel like I don't want to overstep boundaries because I don't personally battle mental illness. Somebody said, do you consider mental illness a chronic illness? Okay, here we go. Yes, because a chronic illness is a long-term health condition. And a mental illness, Paul, get out of here. And mental illness is a long-term health condition. Therefore, it is a chronic illness. Mental illness is not something you can just like snap your fingers and get rid of. It's something that can be disabling. It's something that can affect your life. It's a long-term health condition. So mental illness is a chronic illness. And it like saddens me a little bit when people post and they're like, I don't battle anything like what you do, or I don't have a chronic illness, but I have depression. I'm like, don't invalidate your struggle. You know, you're a warrior too. And so I don't personally battle mental illness. So I just don't feel, sometimes I feel like I overstep boundaries if I talk about that. But anyway, that's my answer to that question.
There's a better question.
Hold on, I'm going to read this one. Thank you for helping me accept my limitations and finding ways around them. You've made me and my partner so happy. Oh, thank you, Sarah Stewart. What was the...
I don't know. Hopefully we'll... Oh, there it is. Up there. Need advice from my boyfriend who's deploying in the Air Force.
Okay.
So he's probably going to be gone for like 3 months. I'm just kidding. Everyone's deployment is... Anytime you spend time along from family.
Listen, if you're not in the military, there's banter between the branches, and it's totally normal. Okay.
No, so...
Are you gonna give advice?
Yes. So I mean, as far as the spouses, as far as the person going overseas, it's going to be tough for them just as much as it is for you. So just don't let Jody into your life. And, there will definitely be Jody, always around. Or she.
Jody means temptation. Don't worry about it. It'll be okay. When Judd deployed, he was gone for like a year, and I was really nervous about how it was going to be, but that deployment was actually really good for me because I came into myself as my own person and I became independent, and it was good for both of us to be apart, but also we talked as much as we could, you know. It was easier than I expected it to be.
Yeah. This is 2018. There's, you know, and especially with your boyfriend, significant other being in the Air Force, it does going to make it a whole lot easier because he's always going to have communication some kind of way. They always, that's the first thing they set up when they get somewhere is internet. So.
How old are we?
How old am I? 23? 23.
I'm 20. I was about to say 21. I'm 22.
21.
Are we going to move? Yeah, eventually we're going to have a home we own. We're renting right now.
Yeah.
We don't know when, though. Like, we're trying to know our timeline. It's tricky.
In like the next 5 years.
That's good.
So that's a far enough timeline to where we don't have it figured out by then. We should probably be considering something else. But
yeah.
Favorite memes? I don't think that's one you can just put up there. So, oh yeah, this is my favorite one. Oh,
I like the one from Parks and Rec where they're like, "Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious." All right, no one's gonna know what I'm talking about. They're gonna think I'm weird. I love that one.
There's someplace in the world you've always wanted to go. Nepal.
Disney. I want to go back. What's our favorite dream home?
Country house out in the sticks.
Yeah, we want
someplace I can have a range.
We want a little bit of land.
A lot of it.
Like I was thinking 5 acres, 5 to 10.
Something about not being able to see all the questions. You're right.
Oh yeah, somebody just said, "Don't be upset if your question isn't answered." There's lots of people in the chat. That is true. There's over 800 people. So if we can't get to your question, we apologize, but that's just not practical to answer every single question. We're doing our best. Are we gonna get a cow?
Just saw that one. It says hi. That was an easy one to read.
I don't know if we're gonna get a cow because if Judd deploys, I'd have to take care of the farm animals, and I'm not sure I could do that. But I would like a cow, like a Dexter cow, a little tiny fluffy cow. I don't know.
Imagine those things have a lot of back. Vet bills and stuff.
Yeah, and then vet bills, like I don't know, but maybe.
Welcome to the world of live animals. What was it they said?
Welcome to the world of live animal and
something. It's from
How We Bought a Zoo.
Yeah, that's a funny movie. I like that movie a lot.
Yeah.
Beer in the cut? Beer in the cooler, maybe? We're going so fast.
Are you getting Hippo a bro dog? Okay, we can tell y'all. Hippo's gonna get a sister in the not near
she's
future.
Gonna be called Juniper.
We've already decided Juniper. We're gonna call her Junebug.
Junebug.
It's gonna be another golden. Probably when Harlow's around 5 or 6 years old is when we'll do that. But I want a house before we get that dog because training a puppy. We have carpet. Okay, that should be enough of a reason. Why we want a house first.
In case you've never trained a puppy.
Oh my god, it's a nightmare.
It's just imagine.
Don't
curse word NATO. It's gross. Okay, can't tell you how many times I opened up a door and saw horrible things just on the wall and everywhere, and this happy little puppy sitting in it. Like, oh my god, what time did this happen at?
Yeah, because you take them out frequently at night, and they're like, "Why does this happen?"
Between what in the past 5 minutes into this happening?
Nicest thing you've done for each other. That's hard.
I married you.
You married me. God, that was me. Like that's hard. Well, remember the Judd day I did for you?
Yeah, that was nice.
I planned a whole day for him. We went to the aquarium, and I bought us passes.
I like that aquarium.
We did something else.
We had a nice steak dinner.
A nice steak dinner. I didn't do that, but.
What's your favorite musical?
Oh my gosh, I have so many. I really like musicals.
You just like, what's it called?
Wizard of Oz. Oh my god, I like Wicked.
The Sweeney Todd one. That's the one that's your
Judd
favorite.
Judd's going to be gone in the summer for a little bit, and my mom and I are taking a trip to Tampa, which is not far from us. We're in Tampa Bay, so it's literally like right next to us. But we want to go see a play, and I was looking at all the plays, and I was like, Judd, why don't you take me to a play? And he was like, because I hate musicals. I was like, I love them though.
Oh my
god.
What's your favorite book? The World War Z. That's not one of my favorites.
I actually like the Maze Runner series. I read them so fast.
What's it called? Mice and that's not a quick short one. That's
I need to text Janice real quick.
What text Janice for?
Because when I need to take a shower and I don't have a shower on.
What's your favorite food country at Epcot? I like the steakhouse in Canada. I like the margaritas from Mexico.
I like the rice from the Japanese place. The rice is really good and the miso soup.
What's your favorite noodles?
Oh, the noodles are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the noodles. How's my class going? It's going well. I am maintaining good grade. I was going to say good grades, but it's just one class.
Good
grade.
Singular.
I would like to take 2 classes in summer. but I feel like I'm doing well with this one class, so I don't want to push it. But we'll see.
Who you like better, Paul or Junins?
What?
It's Paul and Junice. Obviously, we like them both the same amount. That's why
they're both here.
Yeah, Red Bull or Monster? Monster. Easy. These questions are good. I can do them.
How's my bone density? I'm assuming great. I've never had a bone density scan because I've never needed one.
Like, what's it called?
What?
Pursuit of Happiness. Bone density scan. So.
Oh yeah, that was a sad movie.
What branch the military was in? The Army.
Do I still watch Jane the Virgin? Janice took it off without me. I watched everything on Netflix. So I'm waiting for season 4 to come out on Netflix. What was Harlow like as a puppy? Adorable. Imagine how cute she is now.
Saw her as a puppy, so.
And in a miniature version. Right. Judd was deployed when
the entire time I got her.
The whole time. I would show him to her on Skype. You're like, look at the puppy. Are there any legal consequences for you with my medical marijuana? Okay, the big thing here is that it's legal. So no.
Well, for medical.
For medical. Yeah.
Like you have to get your doctor to fill out the paperwork for a card. Yeah,
and I have been approved, but I have to wait to be put in the system as an approved medical marijuana user in Florida, and that's taking forever.
Chad, would you? Oh, someone's an idiot.
What?
Would you re-enlist after this contract's up? I don't know. I shouldn't make him an idiot. Say that's a stupid question because it's a stupid answer. I'm gonna say yes.
Your answer is stupid?
Yeah, my answer is dumber than the question. Yes, I'm gonna re-enlist. I like it a lot still. I still feel like I have a whole lot of fun when I go and do stuff.
He's in it for a career.
Yeah. I'm
meaning, how many years is career? 30. So.
In the Guard, it's 30. Minus all your active duty time. So, minus deployments and all fun stuff.
So, he enjoys it. He's good at it. I support him with it. So, as long as he wants to do it, he will do it.
What's your favorite music?
Disney music. But I also have weird tastes. Like, oh my gosh, 7 Years by Lucas Graham. I love that song.
Like country and rock.
What's that song? Lydia?
There's some rap and
I like Lydia. Everything. My Name is Human. There's a lot of songs I like. Oh, I've been listening to White Walls by Macklemore. I know a lot of people would probably be shocked that I listened to that.
Shocked, I tell you.
Shocked. Judd, what part of the Army?
I'm in the infantry. Only way to go.
Judd, do you like fishing?
Yes, I haven't been fishing in a while though.
No, but we have all this fishing stuff upstairs in the closet.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about Kylo. I say Kylo Ren, maybe? Is that what you're trying to say? I think he's a badass. What he is.
Am I able to drink alcohol or do I just don't like it? I just don't like it and I can't drink it, so it's fine. Perfectly fine.
I like alcohol.
Yeah, Judd can drink and he does.
Like beer. Like champagne, wine.
I mean, he doesn't drink in excess, but he can drink and he does.
Night Shift on Netflix. No. Coolest trick Carla can do. Grab ranch dressing from the refrigerator.
I would say alert. That keeps me alive.
That's pretty handy. Judd, do you play Fallout 4? No.
Favorite YouTubers? I'd have to say Janice.
No, the how-to basic guy. That guy's hysterical. It's my kind of humor. It's like random humor.
Janice, just because she's my best friend. But I like Aubrey, Mary from the Fry Life.
You just take us fishing outside your backyard.
Can you fish back there in the inlet?
Fish. There's probably some snook and other stuff back there. I know there's
snook.
A ton of mullet back there because you can see them at night. You can push the water.
What are the fishes that jump?
All fish jump. Mullet are the ones that hit you in the face that one time.
Gotcha. I'm starting to get tired.
What's your favorite hobby?
Do I play instruments? I don't play any instruments. I've tried the flute. I've tried guitar and piano. I'm just not musically inclined like that.
I'm not musically inclined either.
I can't sing well either, but I still sing very loudly in the car. Do you want tattoos?
Yes.
No.
It's just I want tattoos, but I don't want to spend money on tattoos. So Like, I'd rather spend money on like my car or
Your truck.
Yeah, my truck or firearms or other stuff like that.
Would we ever get a cat?
No.
Absolutely not.
Unless my sister needed us to take care of a cat.
Excuse me?
You like those cats.
No, I
really
don't like Kilo. I tolerate Rascal until he climbs up my legs and I start screaming. Okay, hold on. There was a good question. Because of my gastroparesis, have I ever considered TPN?
You were on TPN.
I was on TPN for a few days when I was really malnourished. But since I tolerate tube feeds, it's better for your body to be on tube feeds than TPN. But everybody is different. It's okay if you're on TPN. But no, I don't want to do TPN if I can tolerate tube feeds. Every time I lift my arm up, my collarbone dislocates. Do I have any tips for that? My doctor said there's nothing he can think of. The only thing I can think of is to look elsewhere for assistance, maybe physical therapy or another doctor or what's the bone doctor? Why can't I think of the bone doctor? Starts with O, an orthopedic, because I don't personally have that problem, so I don't know what advice is safe to give to you. There's like that joke, doctor, every time I lift my arm up, it hurts. Okay, then don't lift your arm up. Well, that's not very helpful. It's a bad joke. Am I a roller coaster person?
You love them, but you can't ride them very well.
I can't really ride them
if she rides one, like so, like the Disney roller coasters are very easygoing, but the ones at Universal we have been there are very intense. So like she could do like one of those and like done for the day.
Yeah, if I do one, I have to go home after.
Yeah, so like if we do a roller coaster, we try and save it for like the last thing to do.
Yeah. I'm starting to
get sleepy. And well, we got a 15-minute warning. 15-minute warning. So we're gonna kind of wrap these things up in 15 minutes. We got an hour.
What was the process to get diagnosed with autism? So I was being evaluated for memory loss at Mayo Clinic, and a doctor here wanted them to also evaluate me for autism, and they just, I guess, added that into the program. And I was there for like 4 or 5 hours doing a lot of different testing and scenarios, and that is how I got diagnosed. My autism is extremely mild. You don't really notice it in the vlogs because you really only see it in intimate conversations and interactions with people and new people, but it affects me mildly.
So someone asked me what was my favorite car. Where's my dream car? Sitting out in the parking lot right now. I got it.
Can you train a service dog in 3 weeks? Absolutely not.
You can't even train a service dog in 2 years. So like the thing with like you can, you're always constantly training a dog.
You got to keep up with their established skills.
Just like training a person to do something, like, you know, if you're training for a triathlon, you know, you got to train for, you know, you're going to keep on training even after the triathlon. So like a 2-year mark is generally 2 years of training generally, but the training never stops. Like you're always going to be training something. Harlow's occasionally, you know, freaks out over stupid stuff at the mall or something like that. So
yeah, like we were at the aquarium and there was this big netting display and she like was weirded out by it. So we had to work through it with her. And that happens occasionally. And that's okay because she's not perfect. She's a dog. But like 2 years is like generally how long it takes to get out of that initial in training phase. And then you keep up with established skills.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is like, it just becomes like a maintaining training at that point. So
somebody asked, why is zebra the animal or like the thing for EDS? And it's because doctors in medical school are taught, if you hear hoof beats, think of horses, not zebras. Meaning when someone comes to you and they're ill, don't think of the rarest disorder. Think of the more common things, but EDS is rare. Though people are now saying EDS isn't actually rare, it's just underdiagnosed or people are getting misdiagnosed with other things. So
it's the funniest thing Hippo did as a puppy.
She got her body stuck in a fence.
Oh yeah, that was a
like her front, like literally she got stuck in a fence and she was so happy about it. I had to like pluck her out.
This is an old video on Instagram.
It is on Instagram. If you go all the way to the beginning, you can see it.
Yeah. It's a very funny video.
I'm looking. I like turtles.
Any paranormal?
I do too.
Any paranormal experiences?
I don't think so.
I haven't had any.
What medication are you switching to for your compazine? I don't know. Well, I do know. I just don't remember. But I don't even know if my infusion company can supply it. So we'll see.
I've seen that question like 10 times. Would you ever dye your hair pink?
Not like permanently, but like chalk that wouldn't potentially trigger my allergy issues. I would totally do that. Yes. Like I don't know. I think you just do this and like that, and it makes it kind of pink. I would do that.
That's not.
I would do that. Maybe for an event or something.
Breast cancer awareness one.
Oh, have I done an NG tube preventing or draining? No. Okay. I am not considering any tube at all until I try medical marijuana. And I guess I'm just gonna have to keep saying it because I've said it many times at all. My medical team does not want to consider a tube at all until I do medical marijuana. I've talked to my surgeon. She said when I've had enough, she will put another G tube in, but she will absolutely not do an NG tube because I'm just gonna puke it up. Because even with venting, I still vomit, and my vomiting is so violent, I'm not gonna keep an NG down. So NG is out, and I don't want another G tube until I try the medical marijuana. So that is what we're at right now. That's why the wait for the system to update me is really dragging on. We will not get a PO box. What's our favorite Disney World park?
I like Animal Kingdom a lot.
And I like Magic Kingdom.
The Africa part actually looks like Africa if you just throw in some more garbage and horrible smells.
Do I have bladder issues because of EDS? I do not.
Has a dog ever been?
I don't think I've ever been. Oh, Harlem nicked your head once while you were playing.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't on purpose.
Yeah. You guys like the beach?
Oh my gosh, Irina, this is cool. Okay, Irina's one of my moderators, and she has a little like wrench next to her name.
You noticed that?
No, yeah. Just now. That's cool.
Jack, do you play video games?
Yeah, I like the one with quick aim, so I think that's only Red Dead. But I can kind of play Far Cry. It's just hard for me because when you're walking, one is for like looking around and one is for moving, and I'm like, what is this? I'm not very good.
No, I haven't thought of a favorite sci-fi.
Oh yeah, movie. You're supposed to give your other sci-fi movie favorites.
Oh, that's a hard one.
How long will the live stream be running? We're gonna run for an hour. I'm already starting to.
We got like 8 minutes left.
So we've got 7.5 minutes left. Have you tried Overwatch? I think you have, right?
Overwatch? No, I haven't tried Overwatch.
Didn't you? Nope. It's a video game. I thought you did.
Nope. Like Stranger Things, yes.
Yes, he hasn't seen the second season.
It happened to Bonnie the cat. We don't know.
I don't know. One of my neighbors took it, and that's all I know. I felt like I did my duty.
I don't play Fortnite. Hey, Joe.
Yeah, shooter games are hard to get the hang of. Yeah, I agree. Where did I live after London? So I was just born there, and we stayed for like 2 months, and then we went back to India, where my dad was working on a project, and I was there for a few years, and then Indonesia. We just went all over the place. I don't really remember all that much from that side of the world, though, to be honest. I was young.
You ever been to Europe?
I was born there. I've been back, too.
My family's from there as well. They're from northern France.
He's been to France a lot.
In Germany. And let's go.
Funny stories from your childhood? This isn't really funny. I just thought of it, though. My dad said when I was like 2, we went into a jewelry store. And apparently I like picked something up and we walked out. He walked out with me and I stole this really valuable item, but we went back and gave it back. I was a thief though at 2 years old.
Thievery.
Carla, one more time before we sign off. Yeah, before we sign off, we will bring Hippo back. I think she went upstairs with Orion though.
No, she's right here.
Oh, never mind.
She's sleeping. No, she's
How do we afford medical bills? We budget for it and we have health insurance.
Do you like pit bulls? Yes.
Yes,
like
we
all
do.
dogs.
I like pit bulls. We haven't ever owned one, but they're sweet.
Mm-hmm.
How do we say hi to you?
Like that.
I think like in person or like.
I don't know. You usually walk up to somebody and just like, hello.
I went to Fresh Market yesterday to get some bread, and one of the cashiers recognized it. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you're Jackie from YouTube, and that's Harlow, and that's your mom." And she was just real sweet about it. I think the biggest thing is don't scream and like overwhelm me. Just say hi. That's it.
Just read the situation too.
Oh yeah, if it looks like we're having a medical issue or I'm not feeling well, that's probably not a good time.
Yeah.
How do you get started with service dog training? Check out my Service Dog 101 video. I've got good info there. Also, I don't know if y'all have seen, but I've made new playlists, like an IV therapy playlist, Central Line playlist, a Disney World playlist, so y'all can hopefully get more info for what you need. Favorite movie? I really like Moana. Oh, and Spirited Away. How will we adapt our future house? We'll make it accessible, one story. We're going to have a really cool shower that's walk-in with a built-in, like, marble or, I don't know, bench in it with a detachable shower head. That's going to be really cool.
Mm-hmm. And just wide enough door frames for wheelchairs.
Yeah. I love that you organize your videos. Thank you. I try hard to do that. That makes me happy.
Have a nice phone game? No, we don't. I don't know the type of phone.
I don't either.
On the phone.
Is a port a type of central line? Yes, it is. Yeah.
No, we got like 4 minutes left. So. Question mark on just read questions not allowed.
Do you plan on buying a house or a building? A house. I don't know what we would do with a whole building.
So. Building a house.
Oh.
I know. I thought of like buying like a building as well, but
no. I think we're gonna buy one and like renovate it. That's what I would like to do. Oh my gosh, I feel really dumb.
It's really expensive to build a house. It really is.
There's a lot of steps and things involved that I don't want to deal with.
Yeah.
How do I shower and keep the dressing dry? Check out I have a video like self-care hacks, but I use a bigger piece of Tegaderm over it basically. Oh, there was a question I was reading and it disappeared.
You've been to a NASCAR race. No, my sister is trying
to.
No, my sister's trying to get me to go to the Coca-Cola 600. No. Pepsi 600 or 400 in Daytona on the 4th.
Do we like Tangled? Yes, we do love Tangled. Do you speak French?
No. Not at all.
Do I still have IBS? It's on my chart, but again, I feel like that might have been a misdiagnosis and I really just had gastroparesis. I'm actually going to be redoing my chronic illness video, and instead of one long video, I'm just going to have little short clips of the illnesses that I'm currently battling. Because it is possible to get misdiagnosed. Like we were talking earlier with the cyclic vomiting syndrome, could have really just been gastroparesis all along. So that'll be coming up in the next few months. Short videos about the illnesses I'm currently battling rather than one long one. When do I usually read my comments? Whenever I have time, but I have moderators now, so I don't always if I'm not feeling well or I have a busy day. What's my next class going to be? I don't know. I think it's a technical writing for my major. Right now, this is I'm taking a general technical writing class, and the next one is specifically for my major of communications.
What's going to be your next service breed?
Golden. I'm in love with the breed.
Oh, yeah.
What's your opinion on people battling illnesses that are less severe? Everyone has their own battles, and they're totally validated in their struggle and in their victories. That is my opinion. Well,
our last 30 seconds, and we just want to say thank you guys again for 100,000 followers.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us on this live stream. We wouldn't be here without you guys, and we truly do everything you guys want. Whatever you guys wanted, we've always tried to accommodate for it.
Really appreciate the support you give us, and just thanks for joining us on our adventures, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
We love y'all, and
yeah, show him Harlow one last time. Harlow,
yes.
wake up.
Harlow.
Wait, come here. Come here, Pooch. You sleepy Pooch.
There she is. You have to talk about. Good girl. Well, we love y'all so much. Thank you so much for all the support and for joining us on this live stream and all our adventures. Oh my gosh, really?